Pentacles pops out right away. Oof. With the Ten of Cups popping out pretty fast as well. Here we go. What does the King of Pentacles want with you? Obviously something really nice, something long-term, something stable, something multi-generational. You know, the kids, the dog, the picket fence kind of feeling. Someone that you could sit back with and enjoy the show. Meaning, I guess, just enjoy the small things in life. Creating alliance for yourself. Someone wants to create a life with you. I don't know, 1 on the clock. But there's this. There's always heartache. We all have heartache. And that holds us back from going forward. And that's the mistake that most of us make, no matter what kind of heartache we deal with. Keeping the past in the present moment doesn't give you the opportunity to walk into your future very clear. So you have to know how to put the past behind you and lick your wounds and just go forward. It doesn't mean that you have to forget about it or dismiss it. We have 9 of Cups on the bottom of the deck right now. Someone is in their feelings about you, but they're also conflicted, or there's another person here. So someone might be in a relationship right now, or they just got out of one, or there's another entity swirling around this king. But look at all these cups. Look at all these cups. So what else? We have the Ace of Wands and the World that pops out with it. Damn. Someone really is looking at you hard and knowing that there's going to be some hard decisions here to be made. Going after what you, going after what your heart wants versus what's already in front of you. This person wants a brand new start with you. They also are very attracted to you. Obviously, there's a billion cups, and we have the World with a perfect circle, right? A never-ending circle of love and stability, a foundation. But this king has a foundation in other places, other plots of land, shall we say. And but he's highly attracted to you. So someone is involved at the very least with somebody else. What kind of involvement, not really sure. But, you know, nothing comes easy. So there's always some kind of negative aspect to getting to know someone. The World, you could also signify someone that is kind of far away from you. It doesn't always have to be physical, but it usually could mean that. They're physically at a distance from you. The Ace of Cups on the board now. Come on. Can you not tell that this king, what this king is feeling for you? We have the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups. There's like heart beating action, like his heart is just beating out of his chest for you. And there's the Ace of Wands as well. So he wants this new start, obviously. There's passionate, it's very all-encompassing, like, I love you and I don't even know you yet kind of energy, right? the only negative card on this board right here is this Three of Swords. So, you know, be wary of other things that might be attached to this person, other people that might be attached to this person. Always be cautious because you don't know how far along out of their past they are with their own life. So you have to be careful with that. But overall, I mean, look at it's just screaming like, I love you. You know, I want the world with you. You are my world, kind of feeling. It's kind of overwhelming, almost. They're trying to plan, you know, this. Now you have 2 3s on the board with Three of Swords and the Three of Wands. Yeah, I feel like they're trying to figure out how to make this right, how to figure it out, you know, how to figure it out for themselves and plan, you know, if they're going to plan to do something about it or not, I guess. They're making plans, or maybe they're just looking at their life and overviewing how it's been going, you know, summarizing what you still want to do in your life, with your life, with, you know, with who, you know, especially when you get out of a relationship or when you're ending one, right? You review that relationship, the good, bad, and the ugly. Sometimes you don't have a chance to, but other times, you know, there'll come a time when, like, you look over everything and you see where you've gone wrong and how you can plan to never go down that path again, you know, with anyone else, or even get as close as you did before, you know. So I feel like this person is kind of really reviewing their heart matters and just how not to be hurt, you know, how not to pick wrong. And that takes time, and unfortunately a few dead ends or a few mistakes to figure out how to trust your instincts, how to trust your intuition when you meet people. And if you come from a traumatic background of any sort, it's gonna dilute, you know, the accuracy of, you know, of how to evaluate certain people, because you might be used to people that aren't normal, you know, or something like that. So just be wary. It doesn't even matter if you come from trauma or not. Like, when you're dating and you're meeting people and you're getting to know them, you know, you have to understand what people are really good for you. And that takes time. That's why I don't understand how people can know who they should be with when they're young. That's a different story. Let's see. Judgment. Yeah, this person is highly in a judgmental state about everything. They're kind of looking over their life and being like, all right, is this what I want? Is it for my life? Am I cool with this forever? You know, what do I really want? So this card is really screaming at me, you know, this Three of Swords, you know, there's something here that's really bloodying the painting. There's a lot of beautiful energy around this bleeding heart, but that his heart is not healed at this time, you know, or it's like fresh out of a relationship kind of feeling. But he's not in a state where he's calm, cool, and collected. He's hurting. And you can't judge someone for that, because how can you judge timing? But you have to judge the fact of getting involved so fast with somebody. You know, take your time. If that person's meant to be there in your life and they're really meant for you, they'll still be there in time. You don't have to rush through every stage of getting to know someone and the beautiful beginnings of getting to know somebody, you know? Like, everyone always has nostalgia over the beginning of a relationship because it's usually so magical and lighthearted and passionate, and you know, you kind of see, you have stars in your eyes where you don't see all the faults right away because you're just so involved with being enamored with somebody. You look over things, you know, a little bit more in the beginning. And it's just more fun, and everyone always, you know, you hear long-term relationships, you know, they'll say, oh, I wish it was like the beginning, you know, or we wish we were like what we were like in the beginning. And it's like, you can be, you just have to prolong that. You can't stop and then start again. Like you can, you know, and it's a jolty start, but the easiest way is to just pick one person and just be slow and steady, you know, and take your time and enjoy and juice every step of the way with somebody. Just really prolong it because you know you're going to be together, you know. So that's kind of what I'm getting from it. The moon, holding in energy, holding in your secrets. He's really holding all of this in right now. It's, again, like overwhelming me. I feel very heart heavy right now, you know? Like he has this big secret, in a sense. And he's not saying anything, and it's weighing on him, and he's heartbroken over it, kind of feeling. Yeah, this is a very big secret, because he knows the consequences of what would happen, basically, if he reveals the secret. It's obviously not going to go well, or it's just not going to make anything better, even though he wants it pretty bad. So he's judging himself, and he's like, how did I fuck this up? How could I do this? Kind of feeling, you know? Because there's a lot of energy, a lot of good-natured energy here, you know, a lot of holding back at the same time. Maybe. Whew, okay, we have the Ten of Wands that pop out. And this baby. Yeah. This person, whoever is thinking of you at this time, is highly burdened by his feelings inside. This is this is intense energy, you know, that I'm feeling here, because there's a lot of regret. There's a lot of good and bad feelings here, you know. It's like really up and down. So I don't know. I feel like this person is just trying to plan on what to do with this predicament. There's a little puzzle that needs that's happening now, where this King of Pentacles here wants, you know, kind of to have a happy ending. You know, like he wants a new beginning to a great ending. In all the ways, right? And he's just like, okay, well, how did I do this to myself? How did I F this one up so bad? So there's a lot of judging himself, you know, kind of going over things inside, listening to his intuition. Not speaking is really burdening him. And he also feels like left out in the cold, you know, like kind of abandoned. So this person, this other third entity here, might have abandoned this king recently, or set them up, or, you know, backstabbed them, you know, kind of like isolated them from the pack, you know, like there's the kingdom behind this person and they're tied up, blindfolded, and left out to kind of just wither away with the rest of the swords. So this person might have just used this person or kind of like blindsided them, backstabbed them, tricked them, you know, and really hurt them. Hence this card. So maybe that's why they're nervous. They're scared. Maybe that's it. Instead of being heartbroken, which could also happen as well. You know, it could be both. It could be scared and heartbroken. But they're feeling really overburdened now by all these feelings because it's so bipolar kind of feeling, you know, like where it's just like so much like love and, you know, and yearning I'm feeling, you know, and like, look at this. These 3 cards are like an amazing pyramid of cards. The 10 of Cups, the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Cups. Like, what else do you need? It's a perfect trifecta. It's just like, you know, coming together with somebody and creating a destiny that's worth celebrating, you know? So this person sees what they want. It's overburdening them. They're heartbroken. They're, you know, they've been hurt pretty bad here. And I think that's what's holding them back. What's keeping this moon energy and this kind of, this moon and this 10 of Wands kind of energy here, where they're just like completely overburdened by not using their mouth and saying something. So will this person reveal who they are soon? Look at this. Look at this. That's a yes, by the way. They will reveal themselves soon. So we have double confirmation on the 10 of Wands. They're going to say something because they just can't take it anymore. They just can't take it anymore. It's going to be enthusiastic, obviously, because they're feeling that burden, you know, and stress of it, and they're just like, I just need it off my chest. Like, they're almost getting sick of it, you know, sick of not saying some things. They're just gonna be like, enough, you know, and they're just gonna freaking let it fly and see what happens, right? And then, as you should, you know, why burden yourself for so long over something where you could just try to find out the answer and move on either way? At least you try. If you don't try, that's what stresses people out. You know, that, you know, they have this regret because they never tried when they wanted to. You might as well try. Even if you fail, at least you know you tried, and you gain a lot more confidence that way as well when you are able to fail gracefully and learn the process of, you know, trying and not succeeding all the time, and developing that determination to keep trying and trying and trying, and not feeling so taken back by a failure or a loss. You pick yourself back up, you dust yourself off, you know, maybe you give yourself a cry for like a little bit, and then you just like, you freaking suck it up and you carry on, you know, because life can't beat you up. You can't be a victim of life, because you'll always find ways to feel like a victim. You have to learn how to be stronger with resilience. So I think this person is kind of just at this point where they just have to be enthusiastic about what they want, what their heart wants, what they want in life. They're planning it out. Just be wary that this King of Pentacles, even if he may not show it because he's the King of Pentacles, he's not the King of Cups, you know? He's a little bit more subdued. Maybe he's a little bit more stern, or just not as like outwardly with his emotions. Inside, his heart is very heavy and hurt and scarred. You know, not even scarred yet. It's like kind of cut. So I feel like, you know, just be a little bit gentle, because there's a lot of beautiful light and opportunity underneath this this outpouring that this king is going to have for you. Whatever he says to you, just know that there's many more layers to it, and it's going to be very sweet and loving and gentle, and that's what he truly wants if he comes and says something to you.